Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Stephanie and I will be showing you guys how to complete this look right here. I have created this look with the Norvina Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. If you want to know how I complete this look, go ahead and keep watching. Okay, so I've already gotten a head start on my eyebrows and I'll go ahead and start my eyeshadow. So the key to a good eyeshadow is to use eyeshadow primer, and for that I'll go in with the Morphe eyeshadow primer. Very affordable, it's only $10 at Ulta if you need a good primer for cheap. So with my finger, I'll go ahead and apply that on my lids. Wonderful, so now that I'm done with that, I'll go ahead and with this Clinique Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer, I'll go ahead and apply that on my lids, and I'll use a flat brush, which is going to be the Morphe M421. I'll apply some product on my hand and then just kind of dab the brush on there, and then just slowly, I'm going to highlight my eyebrows with this concealer, as well as I'll be using this as my base before I start with my transition color. Okay. After I apply that with my flat brush, just with a small beauty blender, I'll go ahead and just blend that concealer out very nicely. And my beauty blender is damp. It just makes it a lot easier to blend everything out. Okay, so now with my Too Faced setting powder and a fluffy brush, which would be the Morphe M535, or any brush really, I'll go ahead and just set this down. Okay. And that'll make it even more easier to apply the transition shade. So now I'm going to use my Norvina Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and right here we'll start with the shade Love. It's a beautiful pink color, and with that I'll start with my Farrah brush in 35E, and then this does have some fallout, so just go ahead and tap the excess just so you don't overdo it or have like too much fallout under your eyes, and then just go ahead and buff that out and blend it very nicely, like not all the way up to the brow bone, but just kind of like right underneath. And then make sure you get it in the inner corners and the outer corners of your eyes. After I'm done with the shade Love, I'll go ahead and grab the shade Passion. And with the Brushes for Ulta brush, which is the shadow brush, I'll go ahead and apply that shade right on the crease, right underneath that beautiful pink color we have applied now, and get that right on my inner corners, and then on the outer corner as well, and just blend it out very smoothly. And then kind of just work your way towards that color. You don't want to apply too much product on the brush and then just make it super dark to the point where it's just really hard for you to blend it out, or you completely got rid of the pink. So let's just go ahead and blend that out. Okay, so now that I'm done with those two shades, I'll go ahead and start cutting my crease. And to cut my crease, I'll go in with that same concealer that I was using earlier, which is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer in the lightest shade. And with that same, actually no, I'm gonna use a different flat brush for my crease. Okay, so with this flat brush, it doesn't matter really, any flat brush works. Go ahead and start cutting the crease. So I'll start at the bottom and then work my way up, and then just cut that crease, smooth it out evenly. you just take your time with your crease. Make sure you get that crease right. Everybody has different eyes. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to find your crease. Some people really easy to find your crease. If you usually do cut creases all the time, you already know how it works. But just go ahead and we'll finish that up. Wonderful. So now I'll grab my glitter primer from NYX, and just with my pinky I'll apply a little bit of product and put that on my lid. So now that the glitter primer is dry, we are going to use the shade Dreamer, and we're going to apply that on the crease. So with this flat brush from Sephora, it doesn't have a name, but it says eyeshadow on it. I don't know. Okay, so I'll go ahead and start applying that glitter or shimmery eyeshadow on there. This is a beautiful shimmery shadow. It's like a gold, like a very light, soft gold. Now I'm just going to highlight with a highlighting powder from Nomad, and it's really pretty. It's in the shade Midnight Sun, and right underneath my brow bone is where I will place that powder. Pretty. Now that we're all done with the shadow, I'll go ahead and start applying eyeliner. So we're just gonna do regular winged eyeliner, cap eyeliner, whatever you wanna call it. And for that, I'll be using the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Sugar Black. And I'll start right on the edge of my lid, and then just go up and create that sharp line. Then I'll begin over here on my inner corner and just kind of bring it out and connect it. Okay, and now we just shade it. Okay, so I'm all done with my wing. Well, almost, because I messed it up a little bit. So if you feel like you just need to clean up a little bit, I just use some concealer and a flat brush and then just kind of clean it out and sharpen it up a bit. Now I am all done with my eyeliner, but I'll go ahead and use the gel liner for my low lash line. Okay, for that I'll just use an angled brush. The brush is for Ulta, and it's the liner brow brush, whatever, but I use it for my liner. Okay, so go ahead and apply that right down here. I think I left it out, but I'm using the Maybelline Eye Studio gel liner. Okay, so now with the smudger brush, which I'll be using the brushes for Ulta smudger brush, and we'll go in with the shade Passion. So just grab a little bit and then apply that right under my low lash line. And then now I'll go back with the shadow brush from Brushes for Ulta, and I'm going to use the shade Love and then just kind of place it right under the Passion shade that we applied on the low lash line. Okay, now that we're all done, I'll go ahead and finish the other eye. Alright, so now that I am all done with both of my eyes, I'll go ahead and apply some lashes. So before I do apply some lashes, I'll go ahead and apply some mascara to my lashes. Doesn't matter which mascara you use really. I'm going to go ahead and use the Tarte mascara. Look at my lashes, absolutely amazing. Now that I'm done with my eyes and my lashes and everything, I'll go ahead and start my face makeup. So to start off with my face makeup, I'm going to start by priming, of course. So for that, I use the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I am almost done with this primer, and all I have to say is that this primer really helps stay my foundation put all day. Moving on to my foundation, I'm going to use the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Foundation, and this is the shade 2.1. It's the closest one to my skin. I like to use my fingers quite a lot when I do my makeup. I just find it a lot easier. Okay, now with my damp beauty blender, I'll go ahead and start blending that out. Now that I'm done with my foundation, I'll use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I use the shade 22B Foundation. And I'll go ahead and apply that right under my eyes, on my nose, my forehead, my chin, and my cupid's bow. I'll go ahead and blend that out. Okay, and now I'll go ahead and use my setting powder. I like to use the Huda Beauty setting powder. It looks like this. It's not close right, but anyways, it's the shade Banana Bread, and I'll just go ahead, put some on the lid, and apply it right under my eyes, on my chin. Okay, cool. And now I'm going to start contouring my nose. So for that, I'm going to use the Huda Benefit bronzer, which looks like this, and I'm going to go in with a smaller brush. For my brush, I'll be using the Morphe M441, and I'm going to grab a little bit of product, and then I'm going to put it right on the side of my nose, well, not the side of my nose, but right here. And the more closer the lines are, the slimmer your nose is going to look. So try to not like spread it out too much, because if you do, your nose is gonna look a lot bigger than it should be. So we're not gonna get like that slimmer look that we're trying to get. Perfect, so now we're done with that part. And now I'll go ahead and wipe off that powder. With a different brush. With a fluffier brush, I'm using the Farrah 50F, and I'm going to use that same Huda Benefit bronzer, and I'll apply it right over here. So it kind of like lines up to my top of my ear where I'm starting, and then I'm just gonna bring it down, lining to the end of my lips. And now I'll apply it on my temples, right under my hairline. Okay, perfect. So now we are all done with bronzer. After I'm done with that, I'm going to use some blush. And for that, I have my Tarte Blush Bliss palette. And in the shade Graceful, I'm going to use a big brush. For my brush, I'll be using the Real Techniques brush. It's called the Blush Brush. shade Graceful. It's like a beautiful peachy shiny color. I love it. Okay. All right, and we are all done with that as well. And now for the last part of this tutorial, well, almost the last part. We are not quite there yet, but we will be there. So Laura Geller New York Illuminator is what we'll be using. It's in the shade Gilded Honey, and I'll be using a small damp beauty blender, and we'll just kind of put down there and tap it onto the top of my cheekbones. Bring it a little bit up to my temples, and wow. Alright, so for the lips, I'll be using the Velvet Liquid Lipstick by Ola Neon. Now that I am done with the lips, I'll go ahead with my All Nighter Urban Decay setting spray and just spray that all over my face. Let it dry. Okay, so now that we are all done with this look, I just want to say thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that you guys really liked this look. Let me know what you guys think on the comments below, and do not forget to subscribe. Have a wonderful day.